Hey guys, Mecha-san here, and it's time for a death battle, which will probably get the community's members on fire or such, like a lot of people in the comment sections and everything. Yeah, it's probably going to debate. We've got Goku Black versus Reverse Flash, Dragon Ball versus DC. These two killer copycats are ready to tear each other apart and the time stream while they are at it. I got nothing. I mean, out of the two, I think I know a little bit more about Reverse Flash, and I know very little about Reverse Flash at all. I know that Goku Black here is from another universe, reality, whatever, where Goku went bad. I don't know. At this point, I'm not. I don't have a stake in this horse at all here. Like, I'm not gonna take a wager. I'll wait until see the analysis and throw my bet. But for now, it's like win, lose, no harm for me. Will the player play? I'll open this up as a precaution, but yeah, okay, there we are. Lower the volume a bit, hopefully it's enough. Alright, so I'm watching Boomstick and with his...
the body-stealing arbiter of divine justice.
Body-stealing arbiter?
Psychopathic speedster fanboy.
They say imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
But I'd say the sincerest form of flattery is not trying to kill your superhero husbando.
Husbando.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
He's drinking tea or coffee?
What consumes the thoughts of a god? What do immortals dream of with all the time in the world? In Zamasu's case, his one goal was divine justice.
Yeah, this guy's got major Final Fantasy big bad energy all over him.
Final big bad energy.
Universe 10 Supreme Cog,
Universe 10.
Zamasu prized above all else cosmic order and natural beauty.
Oh, that reminds me. Did you know I can burp and fart at the same time? Here, let me try.
Unsurprisingly, Zamasu despised the inherently chaotic nature of mortals.
Okay.
Being seemingly unwilling to lift themselves out of their own cycle of violence and stupidity. Like some people I know.
Garlic like that, no.
His heart
Forgot his name.
clouded until the day he met Son Goku.
With God Ki, Goku could match blows with the god of destruction, Beerus. Their clash nearly destroyed the entirety of Universe 7, a cosmological structure at least 9 times larger than our own universe. At most, it could even be as large as 13 times greater than ours.
Okay.
So, it's worth mentioning that when 2 gods of destruction fought, they were capable of casually destroying 2 of these universes.
And since the shockwaves from their punches traveled across Universe
Satan
7 in
City.
seconds, they'd have
Wow.
to be hitting way faster than light.
Goku was tapping into his Super Saiyan God form for
They're
this.
fighting very long. Look, just tap into Super Saiyan God.
While the exact multiplier for Super
Without transforming.
Saiyan Blue is unknown, Toriyama himself has directly compared it to the original Super Saiyan form.
And don't forget,
So,
Goku
okay.
trained with Whis and fought in the tournament with Universe 6 before Zamasu caught up with him. So by that time, he was way stronger.
Yeah, there's a lot of super stuff that...
Powers of gods beyond even Zamasu's abilities. Someone who could bring his dreams to fruition.
So Sammy did what anyone would do in that situation. Kill his master to become the Supreme Kai, wish on the Super Dragon Balls to switch bodies with Goku, and kill every single mortal in the universe.
And thus,
Okay.
the Zamasu became Goku Black.
So, that's it, huh?
Please, Goku Black? You couldn't be more creative?
No,
Yeah, I agreed.
Why didn't he just wish all the mortals dead? But that wouldn't
North
be
Kai.
as fun, would it?
North
Let's
Kai.
get all of Goku's strength and powers, but wielded by a genocidal maniac instead of that
I've
level
normally time if I-
Pokemon.
And in keeping with Goku's Saiyan heritage,
Like
and
Bulma
God
to
Ki, Black
say it right there. It's like, why?
form of
It's a little
Super
black.
Saiyan God Super Saiyan.
But
Super
with
Saiyan,
a
God, Super Saiyan, yeah.
shameful twist.
Super Saiyan Rose.
Rose?
Really?
Really?
Be a suburban wine mom? Watch out before he unlocks
Oh,
super
God.
Live, laugh, love.
Live, laugh, love.
Techniques too.
God
Like
key.
Transmission, where he focuses on
Is it
person's
Rose?
key signature to
Time
determine
ring?
their location. He's even got the black Kamehameha, which is a
Black,
Kamehameha.
Black Powerball.
Pink.
And with
Yeah,
his
Thunder.
Saiyan body, he gets stronger and stronger every time he almost dies.
Yeah,
It
that's
becomes
true.
Harder and harder to kill.
Which really sucks for the rest of the universe, because Black is kind of like if Goku just snapped one day and used his powers to their full murderous potential.
Kinda, yeah.
God split cut, where he surrounds his hands with a keyblade to slice you.
A
to
keyblade?
He used this very technique to, kill Goku's family.
He can even
Oh,
extend
yeah.
his Keyblade
Yeah, I heard about
with a
that.
huge curved one called the Azure Dragon Sword, which, along with his Kamehameha, confirms my suspicions that Goku is colorblind.
Actually, Black Azure Dragon Sword is named after a legendary weapon wielded by one of Earth's greatest warriors, the Desert Bandit Yamcha. Wait, what?
And he
What?
can use a scythe and slice open space-time itself to create a bunch of shadow clones.
Yamcha.
Black, not Crater
Oh.
Boy over here, but his most
Not Crater Boy,
fascinating
yeah.
isn't a key technique at all.
Yamcha.
It's the time ring he got from his dead master.
This ring allowed Black to travel through time and even escape into Future Trunks' alternate timeline, where he had free reign over the entire universe.
And
Okay,
he
Jesus.
was his best bud himself. Too bad Goku and company showed up to spoil the fun. But wait, isn't Zamasu in Goku's body? How are there two Gokus? There's only one Goku in the multiverse, right? But Goku met Black before he
Yeah.
met Zamasu, which means Black
Exactly.
existed before Zamasu.
Even Wiz got
And then
confused.
they killed Zamasu before he could do it anyway. Goku Black was still around? What the hell is going on?
Sure, it's a classic grandfather's paradox.
Yeah.
The thing is, Black's time ring prevents him from being affected by alterations to his own person.
Ah, so he's out. It keeps him outside of time.
Future and vice versa. He's almost impossible to kill because even if you do it at one point in time, he still exists at another point in time. And another.
Another.
And another.
Another.
And another.
Yep.
Another.
Oh God, I hate time travel.
Yeah. He exists outside of time. So the normal time mechanics do not work.
He even merged with the universe to become one with everything.
Bounds
Like
with
I
thing-
said, major Final Fantasy villain. but-
Yeah. What the heck?
The Omni King. The most
The Omni
powerful being
King?
in all of creation to step in and erase that entire timeline just to stop Black's rampage. How ironic.
Wow.
Zamasu's higher calling was the eradication of all mortal life in the universe, and he stole the strongest mortal's body to do it. But in the end, he was always doomed to fail. His quest for power meant nothing against a being that would always be stronger no matter what he did or who he was.
And the
wow.
universe ended up being destroyed anyway.
Yep.
It's like one big cosmic joke with no one left to laugh.
You've been running around making messes for too long, and now I'm going to choke the life from you.
Okay.
Wait to watch you die.
Wow.
Barry Allen, the Flash,
Ah!
is one of the greatest heroes in history, an inspiration to many across time and
Yep.
space. And
Two,
there's
like a
no better
lot.
example than his #1 fan from the 25th century,
25th?
Eobard Thawne.
Eobard thought.
We've tackled a lot of stupid names for things in our years.
Yeah,
of
it's like-
battle, but I'm confident
Eobard.
is the
Eobard the-
dumbest first name
It's like-
I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah. Eobard.
Completely obsessed with the
And like
Flash.
they say,
Dedicated his
and like
whole life
the
to studying the
tomato name from Gundam make more sense. Are much more better.
Because there's no way he's figuring that shit out.
But Thawne's life irrevocably changed the day he discovered a time capsule from the 21st century.
A time
By
capsule?
some strange coincidence, it just so happened to contain Barry's costume. By experimenting on it, Thawne managed to replicate the Flash's powers, turning himself into a mirror of his idol.
And you can bet he totally crapped himself when Barry Senpai showed up in the future and took him under his wing. It was a dream come true.
Until Barry realized that Thawne had fabricated crimes in order to show up
Ah.
and save the day.
One of those gag, huh?
Just to better himself before traveling to the past to prove his worth to his hero, to prove that their bond
Creepy.
is special.
That's when Thawne found
Creepy
out
as
that
hell.
Barry already had a best friend and a family and a life without him.
Yeah.
He didn't matter. He wasn't special. He was just a nobody Barry tossed out in the trash and forgot about. Like my Tinder dates do to me.
Ooh, wow.
When Thawne visited the Flash Museum in Barry's time, he discovered the secret identity to Flash's greatest enemy that in his future had been lost to time. The one Barry
Himself.
was fated to kill in battle, Eobard Thawne. wait a minute.
Oh, ain't that a bitch? The shock drove Thawne mad.
Yep.
If he couldn't be Flash's best friend, he'd be his greatest
Well,
enemy.
it's
And I guess also
cyclical.
his own
Terminator paradox, if you will.
Travel from the future to terrorize the Flash family in the past. Revenge in reverse.
And to quote Doctor Who, that's a ball of time. It's like a ball of wibbly wobbly, timely wobbly staff. You know.
setting the world
That
on
old gag.
fire with these names today, huh, Wiz?
Thawne draws his powers from
Bootstrap
the
paradox as
negative
well.
Speed
I think that's another.
Force.
That's a
He
word
generates
for
every
it.
step he takes, just like Barry does with the regular Speed Force. The negative Speed Force gives Thawne access to many of the Flash's powers, including his mind-bending super speed, enough to travel all across time and space in days. He can keep up with and surpass other speedsters like Barry and Wally.
Who once ran fast enough to cross the universe faster than two gods who could teleport. Wally even beat himself in a race. And
Okay.
Barry admitted Thawne was still faster than that.
Wow.
Just a second, he beat himself? That doesn't even make sense.
But unlike
You'd be
Wally,
the-
Thawne
you'd be
applies his
surprised.
powers more catastrophically.
Yeah.
Their full potential without any care for collateral.
Exactly. We've
His
seen
ability to vibrate himself through solid objects.
Or
Just like, say,
reference the point where Lex Luthor was inside his body in Justice League Unlimited.
Thawne did just that to Barry's wife Iris, and Barry did not appreciate it.
Thawne's vibrations are so powerful, he can even produce a counterforce that can reverse the destruction of the entire universe.
Pretty crazy sounding, but even
Nah,
beefier
at this point, not really, no.
Any Ognats can do the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
When Barry and Wally raced each other, they were tearing up the entire multiverse.
Thawne can create shockwaves with a snap, phase into your body and possess you, and even speak at such high speeds that you'll hear his words as though they were your own thoughts.
They'll forget
And
you.
Instead of stealing
Wow.
your speed like other Flashes, he can steal your time.
Yeah, Thawne can
Ah, that god.
your life and
Yep.
age you 80 years in just a few seconds. Kinda sounds like your sex life, huh, Wiz?
I've seen that before.
But Thawne's greatest ability
Ouch,
is
poor Wiz.
skill at time travel. And he uses this expertise to be as petty and cruel as humanly possible.
Of course.
He wasn't a dummy. He knew that if he went back in time to kill Barry before he got his powers, he'd
Then,
erase himself
yeah,
from
exactly.
too. So instead, he'd just make Barry's life suck as hard as he could. Push him down some stairs. Retcon his best friend from history.
Retcon.
Kill his mom. He even told Barry he'd go back in time and adopt him as his own son. Dude,
Ooh.
what the fuck?
Wow.
Big difference between
That's
Thawne and Barry.
worse.
Whereas Barry only went back in time to save his mother's life, Thawne often went back in time to try to fix his own mediocre life. He killed his more successful younger brother, his
Ouch.
career rival at the Flash Museum,
Okay.
and every single boyfriend his crush had until there was no one left but him.
And when
Huh.
he still
Wow.
rejected him, he went back in time again and made her an invalid for the rest of her life.
Oh.
Jesus Christ! This guy's a monster.
Yeah, pretty fucking petty.
Impossible. Grandpappy paradox or whatever. If he went back in time to kill someone, they'd be dead in the future, which means.
Which means he'd never know them and want to go back in time in the first place.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Is maybe time is a construct with no legitimate unit of measurement other than the meager attempts man has made to understand the circumstances of the world around him.
You're not wrong there.
Inside the time stream when Barry initiated Flashpoint, which rewrote the universe while Thawne was technically disconnected from it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Thawne essentially broke. Literally, figuratively, mentally, physically,
And just everything.
Maybe he just hated Barry so much it defied the laws of time itself. Whoa.
Mind blown.
Specifically, he became a living paradox, a being without a past or future, literally without continuity. Not only did this mean he'd be unaffected
Yeah,
by
okay, that makes
changes
sense.
in the past, it made him effectively immortal.
Stabbed in the chest by evil Batman. Vaporized
Oof.
by Iris in some sweet, sweet payback.
Oh, Iris.
Dr. Manhattan by the big...
Oh, yeah, I read that one.
Thawne was always
I read that one.
unable to stay dead.
But more than anything, it made him immune from consequences.
Unlike
Did-
Barry,
oh,
who
wow, look at that.
The time could destroy all of reality. Thawne could do whatever he wanted. He was impossible to stop with no reason to hold back.
No, Paul will stop.
Survived a hit from Barry while he had the entire Speed Force absorbed into him, and even Wally's infinite mass punch, which has the mass of a white
Yup,
dwarf
he's gonna
star.
win.
A white
He's gonna
dwarf is
win.
essentially the remains of a star's ultra-dense core, which has a mass of over 2 octillion tons.
And he took one of those to the noggin and just took a nap. Man, he must really hate Barry if a sun to the face can't take him down.
But he doesn't hate Barry. All of his schemes, all of his machinations, all of his insane timeline-shattering threats, all of it was because it was the only way he could think of to spend time with his hero.
That's really sad.
His
Yep.
costume says it all. He never intended to be the Reverse Flash. He wanted to be the Kid Flash. All
Really?
Flash
Wow.
really
Oh, wow,
desired
yeah.
was to be by Barry's side.
In the end, though, goody little Two Shoes Barry forgave him and then vibrated away his living paradox powers, erasing him from existence.
Though not entirely. Barry
Yeah,
didn't
what?
kill Thawne.
You
He
can't.
reset his timeline.
Reset.
Removing the one thing driving his hatred, his relationship with Barry. Without that, Thawne was a normal, happy Flash fan once again.
It's comics.
Yeah.
Back.
Yeah.
He does.
And that ending's like, really?
He'll always be faster. He'll always catch you. And time is always on his side.
Mm-hmm.
Think you can take me? Even death can't catch me.
Oh, wow.
All right, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
Oh, I got thumbnail there. Reverse Flash gonna win. It's like, wow. Oh boy, just both characters may technically okay. Goku Black can only exist outside of time because of the ring here. He is literally unanchored from the time stream, stuff like that here, and he can still be killed. I mean, we saw how the king himself, the king little guy himself, like erased him, erased the entire universe, and erased Goku Black here. Meanwhile, Reverse Flash here, living paradox, completely disconnected from the universe by himself, just from his own being. He doesn't need like a MacGuffin or anything like that. His existence is completely outside. And I love how Boomstick went on saying all that lingo here. It's like, and he's not wrong. He's not wrong. I mean, we put math. We tried to calculate everything, put math, try to understand how things work. But really, what do people know? I mean, we like to think we know, we understand the basic law of the universe, despite the fact that we're still grounded on our home planet and we haven't even really explored it entirely, every nook and cranny of it. Yeah. Yeah, let's be honest. Gotta be honest here. People, those scientists, they can never be 100% here because there's no such thing. They'll always be wrong. There'll always be a time when they realize they're wrong. Just like, oh god, Reverse Flash. That ending though was like, oh, standard classic DC happy ending. It's like you reset his timeline so that, but Barry kept himself out of it, so he could hit him a. Oh, but he'll be back. He'll be back, of course. Here, so he exists like that. Yeah, they're constant. And I love how he mentioned like Dr. Manhattan there, because I actually read that comic right there, that where he was killed by Dr. Manhattan. Oh, the Doomsday Clock! What a crap ending. I mean, he had it was an interesting continuity here. Dr. Manhattan in the DC multiverse, and trying to understand how it worked here, because unlike his previous universe, which he knew how the entire mechanics worked like the back of his hand, this one was a new universe here, and it's like it gave him curiosity and such. But and he destroyed Reverse Flash like that. I gotta wonder, like, was that his like one of his other major curiosities? Like, this is a being that is a living paradox. I don't know, but that name as well. It's like Jesus H. And I'm looking at Tomino names from the various Gundam series. It's like Kazuo Remdaiku, Camille Badan, Judah Ashta, like, or some of the other characters, like. Wow, just Amon Khan. Like it's great. It's like, who came up with these names here? It's like, is it just because of like how the future names have evolved? I don't know. Yeah, well, yeah, names do evolve sometimes. I mean, yeah, well, so let's see. I got my bet on Reverse Flash though. You can just remove Flash kills.
It was me, Barry. I was the one who.
Flash kills Quicksilver from the night over the death battle. And like he's reading a newspaper right there. Drinking tea.
Mortal sinners, prepare for divine justice.
Wow. All while drinking his tea. Oh, someone's pissed. Oh. You figured drink at least. Okay, that's.
Excuse me, sir. I'm in need of your services.
I mean, oh, there's a dead body. Okay, well, I'll believe in this song for a while. All right, this is nice. Okay, was that body shield to use a reference to something? I missed it. He stayed still, but he. Oh yeah, they glowed. Oh.
This color, is it not beautiful?
Oh, what a narcissist. Oh, classic. I gotta wonder. I mean, I get he can't die, but would being in space affect him? Not being able to breathe? So, incoming genius.
I'll end this fight before it even began.
All right, here we are.
Reverse.
Just in river. Okay, the web. Ooh, scythe.
Mortal sinners, prepare for divine.
Wow. Okay. Oh, but yeah, he's also. Why aren't you dead? That's a good joke. Here we go. All right, we go back to this moment here. Oh, it's gonna be fun. And oh. Oh! So he's the one who set that up and allowed it. Oh! Wow! So he was the one who killed him.
Look down upon creation itself. That is the work of a god.
Empty threats to a living paradox.
Empty threats to a living paradox.
How truly foolish.
Uh-oh.
Was that important?
Oh, God. Yeah, and oh, getting the middle finger. That, the artwork was weird, but yeah. Oh!
How fun.
And Supernova. Yep.
Send enough people to that sun, we really should have a timeshare.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Tricky matchup to figure out, least of all for their incredible levels of power.
Black could destroy a universe like ours at least 660 times over. I mean, a punch at least as big as a star is really badass, but that's in another league.
However, there was a lot more to cover than just how many stars or universes they could blow up.
Yeah.
At their peak, both Goku Black and Reverse Flash were so impressive, they were removed from time itself, becoming living paradoxes, making any attempt to kill either of them meaningless.
But
It's difficult to determine who would figure out a counter to this temporal invincibility.
Goku Black is because of the ring.
They would most likely rely on a combination of speed and smarts.
As far as speed goes, it's no surprise Thawne definitely had the edge.
Oh, yeah.
Black's attacks could reach speeds quintillions of times faster than light.
But
Flash,
Even early in his career as a member of the Flash family, Wally West could reach speeds that were impossible to comprehend and calculate.
Yep.
There are numerous examples of this for multiple iterations of the Flash, many of whom Thawne was clearly equal to.
plus
That's-
he's kind of an expert when it comes to timey-wimey bullshit.
And he could likely overpower Black and destroy said time ring too.
exactly, that's key.
Thawne once generated enough energy to counter the destruction of the entire DC universe. which is stated in comics to be at least 100 trillion light years in diameter.
Which,
That's
how much
over
is that
1
compared
billion times
to
larger than
DBZ?
our own universe, and over 70 million times larger than
Oh.
Dragon Ball's Universe 7.
Okay, there you are. Thank you.
Impossible to lock down the exact limits of Goku Black's upper strength without getting into lots of assumptions and guesswork. He's obviously stronger than Goku was when he clashed with Beerus, but even being super generous
That's
with
even-
getting in power
perhaps I can
with
multiple-
multipliers, the gap here is way too wide to be able to just assume Goku Black could match this level of power. The DC universe is just too big.
Yeah.
Remember, Barry and Wally's race almost ripped apart the entire DC multiverse.
Oh boy, yeah.
But Goku Black is not Goku. Goku's drive and willpower can push through even the most absurd limits to potentially match higher levels of power. Zamasu took Goku's body because he's more than willing to take shortcuts. It's an entirely different mindset.
Yeah, and once he took care of that time,
We saw-
Reverse Flash
oh,
had
yeah.
more options than just overpowering Black. With that super speed, he could pretty easily scramble Black's insides or age him to death with a touch. Zamasu made
Stay lifespan close to the slightly longer the
But
human,
Goku's
the body
is
do not
more
decay.
of a
In fact, sanity remain
age.
peak
Might have really
until the last few years of their life.
Huh, Zam Zam?
Goku Black was a nightmarish foe, but Thon's experience with time travel, ridiculous levels of hacks, and frankly impossible speed gave him the means to take the win.
This fight was definitely not sunderwhelming.
Not
The winner
That bad.
is the Reverse Flash.
yeah, like there's all. I remember even when they mentioned how Reverse Flash doesn't care about collateral. It reminded me of when like Justice League Unlimited episode here where Lex Luthor and Flash had the mind swap, and we saw what Lex Luthor could do with the power of Flash here. He did moves. He had moves and tricks stuff like that here. Like he did an unstable resonance, which was destructive. Something that the Flash would never do because of the intense collateral damage that could cause. And they also mentioned how, yeah, Goku Black is not Goku. It's MSS, it's different power. Again, this is a reference to when Captain Ginyu took over Goku during the whole Frieza saga. It's like, he thought he could use the powers of his body and everything like that, how it worked, but the fact is, Goku's body works differently from what he's used to here. Like, I remember Jace, the scouter reading, he's like, 23,000? That's it? It's like, that's nothing. I mean, okay, that's the size of Vegeta when he landed like on Namek when he first landed on Namek and stuff. It's like 23,000 and dropping. It's like, yeah, they're right about different mindset here. It's like, so Zamazat, whatever his name is, would have the same problem in that he can't even though he had full act, he had no restraints. He clearly didn't have entirely all that good access to Goku's body and his power. Yeah, well. But yeah, so Reverse Flash won. Yeah, meanwhile, Reverse Flash has his body and everything like that. And that was pretty good with the count and everything like that. It was great. It was great. And Reverse Flash is going to win. He's a living paradox, while Goku Black, he's outside of time because of a freaking accessory. That's it.
I hope you guys enjoyed that episode of Death Battle. If you're looking for something,
Although I still imagine like people will go, the community, DBZ community, stuff like that would go and say, no, all this stuff, like do your research, blah blah blah. Whatever. I mean, this is one where I gotta stay out of this because I really don't know much about Dragon Ball Super. These long-running shonen shows, I just stopped watching them in general here after.
something else to watch, Season 2 of Last Laugh is available right now on Rooster Teeth. It's a show all about contestants trying to make each other laugh, but everyone trying their hardest not to. If you're
Yeah,
out, you're out.
the laugh challenge I get ya.
Right now by clicking the video on the side.
All right, what's that coming? Okay. Ooh, yeah! 150. The Macho Man Randy Savage versus the Kool-Aid Man. I don't know. I mean, the Kool-Aid Man isn't exactly that solid here. He can't be broke. He can't break down. I mean, just look at his little cameo on the episode of Family Guy, like the one where Brian and Stewie go back, stuff like that. Like they see the Kool-Aid guy waiting for his spot, and the Kool-Aid man like tripped when he's falling back and just broke into pieces. But Macho Man Randy Savage, rest in peace, man. Rest in peace. I mean, the guy. I remember some of those commercials. It helps as well that I also saw like the Nostalgia Critics little review of the commercials, and he was in it. Oh, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be a joke. I don't know. This looks like there's gonna be a joke here. Like there is no clear winner, or maybe they will be. Maybe it'll be like Smokey the Bear versus the Gruff the Crime Dog. I think it's gonna be that one. So can't wait. So everyone, thank you for watching. As always, kind of what you all thought. Like, subscribe for more videos. Till next one. This is Mecha-san, logging out.